mileage has been a bit lower, a good bit lower than normal. Finally into marathon week, something probably I've kept on the down low for a little while just because I wasn't going to make a decision on, but till I knew the body was moving all right. So yeah, so finally into Dublin Marathon week, about to do my kind of last bit of a taper session, just 6x k, basic work, just too handy enough at threshold and then progress them to see how I feel. So yeah, getting the last session done, that's pretty much it. I do well if that's under 8. Oh fuck. Certainly not threshold. But that's what I was looking for. Just wanted to squeeze a bit today. 7.1, yeah. So that's okay.
You're way on the right.
Yeah. I haven't done anything at all to squeeze since the summer. So that's nearly 3 months without an effort like that. So I feel like I needed that just before the weekend, just to take away any bit of a shock to the system, and just get the pace turning. I know sometimes like that I'll come back and do that again next week. It's just mad when you haven't done that work in a while. It feels so much harder versus when like the classic when we used to always do 8x k and like they'd be 240s and they'd be cruising, they're mid 240s, low 250s, and you just feel like you're cruising. So I just definitely lacking a bit of that. So, but obviously I'm running a marathon and trying to run 3:18 to 3:20, so it's a big difference. Yeah. So yeah, that's done. Interview 1 with Maya, huh? Your first interview, Maya. What do you have to say? You'll have to save that piece for Nicole. She'll be happy. Yeah, look, even know where the camera is. It was funny enough when I had emailed Dublin about doing the marathon, then literally a week later I got sick. So kind of just threw everything all over the place. So obviously the rest of the season, I missed 3 weeks. and then taking my time. So I never said I wasn't doing Dublin. I always kept it in mind that I never wanted to give an answer on whether I was doing it or not. Obviously I had my entry, but I just wanted to make sure, you know, just see how each week went, week by week, and see how I would feel. And then if there was the right time if I felt good, then I'd obviously wanted to go run. So that's what's pretty much happened. I was probably ready to pull the plug on it. And then probably about 3-4 weeks ago, I just started feeling really good again. So it took a while. It probably took me 9 weeks to kind of feel normal again in training. And then we haven't really done a marathon block per se. We just have done some basic marathon sessions, but nowhere near what a normal marathon block would look like. Just from the summer, the last probably video was when I was a bit sick, and then it's just bad timing, well, work timing possible, because it was in prime action time in the middle of the season. So calf strain kept me out for about 3 weeks, and then just some changes in life started working, so I'm just slowly getting back into running. So
How we feeling?
a little stressed, you could say. Just been waiting since like 10:30 to get into a hotel room. It's past 3 o'clock now, so and then so I've just been waiting all day to try to just get out and run and detox. So, but yeah, just annoyed a little. So, but the run will clear the mind a bit. But yeah, legs feeling good, feeling decent. So, as you'd expect, haven't done a whole lot this week. So, yeah. Looking like it might be a fairly windy one tomorrow.
You get out to the big smoke as much anymore? Like city centre?
No. I still have to get my drink bottles ready, have a shower, get a massage, and meals. Yeah, so not ideal. I've ate a bit, but not as much I would have liked today. So yeah. But look, I think just sometimes when you're not out the door first thing, when you're used to it all the time, just to clear the mind, you know, and chill. So I just feel like I've been on edge all day. We've got a decent club team as well.
Who are you running with?
Clonmel.
Oh, sorry, Clonmel, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
you have a good chance of winning the national championship then?
yeah, it'll be. I think everyone is kind of down to the third man. You know?
That's good.
So we've got myself and Willie over there on the other table, and then a few. So that'll be a nice one. Obviously for us, a smaller town, it'll be good. But we'll see how it plays out. That's always going to keep you going a bit as well.
That's true. There you go.
Cheers. Thanks very much. Oh, that's all I needed. Cheers for that.
No problem.
Every athlete's on their own journey and your own standards, and for me, running has always just been my own standard and doing the best I can and trying to compete at the highest level I can. So just these situations, you just have to accept of where you're at. Maybe I could run quicker, but realistically is that I just haven't had the results, you know, so, and I'm heading into a bit of an unknown. So like I have a sense where the fitness is, but actually don't really know. So I haven't done there's been no major signs to say I'm really fit, or there's been no signs to say I'm unfit. So things have just been compounding the weeks and ticking over, and I've had a huge year of training underneath me, just besides missing 3 weeks really in the summer. So I've had over a year straight healthy outside of that. So it's just accepting I'm on my own journey, and I know kind of where I want to get to, but you know, it is a very new discipline. It's a new event for me. And I know what it feels like. I've had a go at London Marathon, and I know what it feels like to crash and burn in the later stages and not finish. So that's something that we're completely trying to avoid. You know, with marathons or any event, sometimes then you think you're absolutely flying and it ends up being super windy or super hot. You know, you just don't know what conditions are going to give you. So there's so many variables. So it's just trying to race more frequently and just hopefully, you know, that day comes where it all clicks. So just here getting bottles ready before tomorrow. It's about 4:40 now. Our bottles are due at 6 o'clock. So got into the room quite late, so generally would have had all this stuff done earlier. So yeah, so just doing all these. We get 8 bottles for the tables, so one every 5k. I'm gonna mix it up with the Morton drink mix. I have some gels that I'll stick to the bottles, and yeah, break it all up into these smaller little bottles. So I'll have for me, I think the bottles will be more safeties, because I know it's going to be messy on these tables, while the gels, I'll make sure I'll bring some of those in my pocket. So it's just making sure to get all the early stuff. That's more important. I'll have probably 2 bottles where I'll just have electrolytes. So probably 5k, maybe just some electrolytes, and 15k probably take gel. I'll take a gel at 15k myself, just carrying that, and then the electrolytes I'll try grab at 15k as well, just get a sip of those. But Nomino I'll take in the morning. I have some bicarb there. I'm 50-50 whether I'll take it. I'll just see how I feel in the morning.
So in the morning,
if I'm in the morning, then High Five is the event sponsor, one of the sponsors. So they're sponsoring all the gels. So they were given to us. So they're there. I'll stick 1 or 2 of those to the bottle just in case, if I want to take it or not. So yeah, so a bit of everything to try take. Yeah, so it's just getting all these bottles ready and decorating them.
getting your arts and crafts on.
Yeah, arts and crafts pretty much, and trying to make them stand out. But I think everyone will kind of be quite similar in the end. 5k ST. You can write off here. 10k ST. 15k just write 20
What does a successful day for Sean Tolman look like tomorrow?
There's actually quite a bit of depth there nationally this year. It's quite strong, you know, so yeah, obviously last year's winner, Heatgo, I know, just talking to Heatgo, he was obviously very fit, he said, for World Championships, but hasn't been as good. But do you know what, he'll probably come in quite fresh and probably surprise himself. Ryan Creech is supposedly in great shape, and Dave McGlynn is in great shape, and Paul O'Donnell is there, he's run 2:10, he's in, I don't know what type of form he's in, but obviously can't be discounted. Obviously Willie is probably one of the most consistent marathoners in Ireland we have, especially at Dublin the last couple of years. So he'll run a smart race and run well, I think. I think this block of training was more, let's just get on the start line and then run, versus trying to do anything crazy in training. Like my mileage has been a bit lower, good bit lower than normal. So it's just been a matter about just stay healthy, get on the start line, run, and hopefully kick off it. .221. I'd say that last 10k was rough mentally and a bit physically. So yeah, first kind of true experience of just getting home in the marathon. So that was mainly the goal yesterday, but still tough going, definitely just could feel the lack of work, the marathon style work, It's very different from doing your double threshold and your track work and all that stuff. So different stuff, So and just I know, like fitness wise, the lungs, it's a different event, Lungs and stuff were fine. It's just the hard pounding on the legs for a long period of time. So yeah.
So, what you ran versus kind of your expectations, did they fare up? Did they not fare up? Was it harder than you thought it would?
It was definitely a little harder than I thought it would. Like I felt I would try to be as conservative as I could and just try to run around that 220 and obviously try put the ego away and just get home and try have a positive day. Like the whole way I thought I was just going to smash the last 10k, and then I just got to when I actually got to 34k and I was like, okay, I can hit this hard now. And then I tried to go and I was just, the wind made life 10 times harder as well. So just wasn't there. And then it just became a bit miserable. I think I'll try get into another one quick enough. Just have to commit to it, So I was thinking about running some cross country because of Eurocross and World Cross, but realistically, I'm just probably not going to be that competitive on those, So I just need to commit to the marathon and keep building on it,
I think there is a positive to take from it in the sense of you definitely would have got a bit of fitness from it, and you're not too broken up.
Yeah, I think just look, you can't beat just running 42k or, and it's just for the adaptation to the legs, the legs will take it. We've come out of it injury free anyway. So, and you just keep building on it. I tried to be super conservative, and I felt I was, and then even there was a nice little group of us running together, and I kind of let them go, because I was still okay, look at the watch, and I was I kind of wanted to be closer to 70 minutes through the half, because I was let's just do what Phelim said to me, and just be conservative, run around 70 and see if we could kick on. But yeah, then found myself alone probably from nearly 10k onwards, and then there was points I was closing on the lads,
and then I got stuck in the headwind by myself, and that was rough.
Your 10k split was 32.58.
Okay.
You averaged 5.18 miling.
Yeah.
Halfway you came through in 69.17. Your average was 5.30.
Yeah, but see, if you look probably from what was there a 20k split?
Yeah.
What was that?
105.
In terms of the pace.
5.16.
Yeah, so like there was like between 20k and 21k, or around 23k, there was, like, you see everyone's splits. It was crazy that it was just like we from like 20k to like 23k, it was just like a straight headwind uphill, and I was just getting smashed by that alone. Or that's why I regretted letting that group go, because they probably would have worked better having us all together. And then I think I kind of started coming back to life. I remember I got up and I started getting moving again, you know. Like there, I dropped it to 30k, got it back down to 5:22 average per mile. 35k, like there I got to 34k, and I was like, right, I can start hitting this. But then kind of same thing, a bit of 1 or 2 hills, bit of headwind, and even at that I knew I was fighting still for sub 220. And then just like the last 3k, especially 4k, was rough. Yeah, it was just like all the way home, it's just straight into a headwind and struggling, you know. I felt I was just a bit bent over trying to get home, so I was mentally done as well, you know. You're just like a zombie, you know. You're just like, get home. And in fairness, like I felt a bit nauseous and sick. I thought I was going to vomit at 1 or 2 points, because I just took on I took on more fluid or fuel than I probably ever have. Like I took at least a drink or gel. I only got 2 bottles. I turned up to the table and my drink wasn't on a couple of tables.
Have a shot of that as well.
Couldn't see that. So then at least I had the gels in my pocket. I had 6 gels with me. But I definitely could have done with more fluids. Like they were just all carb gels. I took about 4 to 6 gels, I think, in the end. So yeah, it's just, thought I was going to get sick. I felt that a bit, so I definitely need to train that a bit better in training as well. Just taking on more fuel as the runs go. So I haven't really done much like drink bottle practice at all in training either. So, because when I ran London, I nailed every drink, that was no problem. So, but yeah, so some of that to work on, but I think it's just mainly get the body right, and keep moving forward, harden the legs, and just build on it. I think people come at the marathon from just different, some can seem to be able to smash their debut, others it's coming from the track and be a slow build, and like that, look, okay, I got 221 under belt, if I could come back and run 217, 218, and then maybe 214, you know, if I could work it down like that, that would be really nice. Obviously in a dream world, or the other one would be able to come back, get a great block and take 6 to 8 minutes off it. You just don't know. Yeah.
If you have your day.
If you have your day, yeah.